Thick Balsalo, and I'm just talking mainly because I feel like I kind of neglected you guys for a while. This month was I would call it Nerd Month because we had the NAWA conference on, was it April 4th, which was incredible. A lot of us, I guess, NAWA fans, people who were trying to learn the language, and even native speakers. There were a whole bunch of native speakers. It was, I would say, maybe half of the group was native speakers, and then the other half was just people who are trying to learn it, including me. So it was very incredible. It was probably about 30, 40 of us, I would say. And so you had different dialects. So there was my brain's already farting. There was Guerrero. Which was it? I think it was San Luis Potosí, Puebla, and guy trying. Oh no, he wasn't there. I was gonna say. So it was pretty incredible. Everyone had theses or summaries of stuff they did. My speech for the conference was about. I call it Finding Tiawi, and it was about how I was trying to find out where Mexica Tiawi came from, and I explained before that the origin of Tecpolsolot, along with me finding out the answer where. It's kind of funny, the whole word came in the 90s, if you want to believe that, but anyway, that's pretty much it there. I'll probably do that speech maybe in the future. Then the 10th was the AHS Symposium, which was incredible. A lot of cool people there. It was pretty great. I can't complain. And if you notice, I'm in my bed. Just been lazy. What else was there? So I didn't go on Friday for the symposium, but I did go on Saturday. A lot of good goodies. I got a mind writing t-shirt from there, and then a Arqueología Mexicana, one of the old ones that I wanted to, but the one about rituals. They didn't have any good recent ones, so I was like, that's sad. Then there's also, so after that, it was pretty much, let's see, and then after that, the weekend of the 18th was, I didn't go on Friday for that one as well, and it was about the Florentine Codex, and there was a lot of people there, and they all seemed to have reviewed it or looked at it. It seemed a lot of people who actually read it. I only have 4 books, Florentine Codex, book 4, 5, 7, and 12. All good reads. 4 is about the day signs, what they represent. 5 is about superstitions, omens. 7 is about the cosmos, what they have. And it's kind of cool because they could tell the difference between a shooting star and a comet and an asteroid. So it's very incredible just to see them and then talk about, stuff like that. Also, book 12 is about the conquest, which in its universe fits perfectly. And then, so anyway, the Florentine Codex, there's a few things that I kind of knew, but then there was also stuff that that I did not know. Like, pretty much these were people who wrote it, at least the Nahuatl side, and drew the drawings, were, I already knew they were Nahuatls, but I didn't know how big nerdy they were, okay? They loved reading other books, and they, based on the evidence that is shown, looks like they copied, or at least give tribute to a lot of other works from around the world, which is very interesting. Never see something like that as well. There was a lady who didn't know why the book 1 has the gods, I would say. Why each of them look different from their pre-conquest codex form. And, to me personally, I think I'm saying there's no evidence, but based on what I see, what I read on the book, and I get the feeling that these people are writing based on what they know. They ask elders. We're talking about codex that will start writing 38 years after the conquest. So a lot of people who are writing it are in their 20s, 30s. People who have never existed before the conquest, but they still live within now communities. But they also get elders to help write, and you could tell because when you read it, I'm saying, don't. I think that's one thing I always hate is don't mind reading the Spanish part. If you read the original copy, read the Nahuatl version. If you're going to get the Nahuatl copy, I would recommend what's the name? It's the current one that everyone has. I did a whole video, and right now the name's giving me right now. And I'm probably gonna kick my butt once the video's over. I'm like, oh yeah, it's him. And anyway, if you read the Nahuatl perspective of the writing, you can see if you compare it to the Spanish version, like the Nahuatl to the Spanish, it doesn't look like they had a lot of things. There was a lot of things removed, in the Spanish version. But now it seems like they try their best to write as much as they can. But anyway, back to the topic. They were showing Tlaloc and how he looked different from pre-conquest and then in the Florentine Codex Book 1. And I personally think they're trying to draw the ritual dances that are still going on. But since it's been 38 years, the dance is still there. They know he's painted black with the Tlaloc symbol on his face, but they don't have the Tlaloc symbol on his face. It's just the guy wearing the outfit and wearing black paint. And so, and it says Tlaloc on it, so it's him, but then you're like, that doesn't look like him. But yeah. But yeah, that's my opinion. It's 38 years of the conquest. Elderly people, I don't know if they were, it's always kind of weird. I always have to explain to people that people who didn't experience a war or catastrophe and notice the culture before and after, it's a whole different perspective. And I think that's one thing people don't understand. It's like, I don't know, I guess people will expect a constant thing. I'm like, few things change. Maybe the context might change, but there's a few things that change you'll see in a lot of cultures when something that big happens. Let's see. And that's about it. I enjoyed seeing everybody that was, that are in the Mexica or Nahuatl groups actually be there and actually talk to them in person. Even though there were some people that I did meet previous years, and they were there, and it was fun. It's like, it's always fun to see good old friends. Anyway, I don't want to be rambling on. If you have any more questions or what was discussed, I'm willing to talk about it. Anyway, I don't know when the next big conference is going to happen. Oh, I always expected April because that's when all the people are going to graduate in May, and so they're trying to get their best stuff out there in April. So we'll see. Anyway, any big announcements, I will announce it at the Nahuatl conference. Sadly, the audio wasn't on there, so I had to type everything on there. Luckily, the stuff I typed was there. So, anyway, if you guys have any questions or any concerns or anything that's going on, leave me a comment. I will do my best to answer it, whether just direct writing or audio wise. So please don't be afraid. Okay. Anyway, this is Nick Postolo, and I've been rambling too much. Goodbye.